After months of speculation over what the future of Red Bull racing could look like, we finally have the answer. But the big surprise is that it doesn't include Christian Horner. Everyone has spent months trying to work out whether Max Verstappen would persist at Red Bull, with the team's performance going through a shocking decline over the past 18 months. If the four-time world champion left, it looked like Horner's job could have been at risk, but Red Bull didn't want to wait, giving their only ever team principal the sack after over 400 Grand Prix in charge of the team. On Wednesday morning, Horner gave a speech at the Red Bull factory which deeply upset the team members who were present for it. Today, I'll check out that brutal speech, the consequences of it, and what happens for Red Bull now. So, don't go anywhere. So, in case you've been in the middle of the desert for the past 2 days, let me just reiterate that Christian Horner has been removed from his position as team principal and CEO of Red Bull Racing. The 51-year-old had been in charge of the Formula One team since their inception in 2005, leading them to 8 Drivers' Championships and 6 Constructors' Championship titles. During that time, he led the team for 405 Grand Prix, of which they won an incredible 124 of them. To give you some perspective on just how impressive that is, Ferrari, during the same time, have only won 65 races and secured 2 Constructors' titles and 1 Drivers' title. Horner did all of it with a brand new team, which was just an energy drink company, not a long-standing Goliath of the motor racing world. His dismissal comes after months of declining form for the team and internal disputes at the highest level. There have been a number of high-profile exits from the team, including sporting director Jonathan Wheatley and the most decorated designer in the sport's history, Adrian Newey. Newey's exit was catalyzed by another of Horner's problems from the last 18 months, the accusations of sexual harassment by a member of his team. Then there was the impending exit of Max Verstappen, which seems more and more likely by the day. The weight of all these issues and the change in management of Red Bull as a company following the death of Dietrich Mateschitz had weakened Horner's position at the team. The Austrian-based board of directors had wanted him gone after the sexual harassment accusations, but the Thai majority owners had backed Horner. Behind the scenes, though, things must have changed as Red Bull's form plummeted. His exit was actually something we predicted on this channel last week, as unfortunately for Horner, the negatives against him from the past 18 months were just too great. Next season is the biggest in Red Bull's history, as they will finally be making their own engines, something Horner wanted for years. While his exit mid-season may seem like a surprise, the new team principal needs time to bed in ahead of next season and make any changes they deem necessary while they can still have an impact. Waiting until the winter break would just have made their job harder. There is also the fact that Red Bull aren't in the fight for either championship this season, so there's no title challenge being disrupted by a change at the top mid-season. Horner was told of his sacking on Tuesday and was given a single speech on Wednesday morning at Red Bull's factory in Milton Keynes to say goodbye to the team he built over the past 2 decades. The speech was filmed on an employee's phone, and speaking to a crowd of employees, Horner says, "Yesterday I was informed by Red Bull that, operationally, I'll no longer be involved with the business or the team moving forward from after this gathering. I'll still remain employed by the company, but operationally, the baton will be handed over." And that, obviously, came as a shock to myself. But what I've had time to do is to reflect over the past 12 hours or so. And I wanted to stand in front of all of you to break this news and just express my gratitude to each and every single member of the team that has given so much during the last 20.5 years that I've been here. When I arrived 20 years ago, with a few less grey hairs, I walked into the team. I didn't know what to expect, but I was immediately welcomed. And out of 2 rundown buildings, we started to build what became a powerhouse in Formula One. Watching and being part of this team has been the biggest privilege in my life. From how Horner spoke and what he said, the truth is that it was a huge shock to him. It was something he was expecting or saw coming, internally at least, but it seems to have come out of nowhere. After 20 years in charge of Red Bull Racing, to lose his job without warning must have hit him hard, and the emotion of the moment came across in his speech. While he does say that he's still employed by the team, he has been removed from his role, and that could have been the last time he'd step into the factory. It was certainly the last time as a boss anyway. Whether Red Bull are keeping him on because it is contractually easier for them, or because they have other plans for him, is uncertain at the moment. Considering the abruptness of his removal, it seems unlikely that Red Bull made the decision because they have another role in mind for him. This feels much more like a sacking than a move sideways. Craig Slater, who was at the Red Bull factory for Sky Sports on Wednesday, interviewing staff as they left, revealed the mood of the team. While none were willing to talk on record about what had happened during the day, they did reveal their shock and upset over the decision. Considering how successful the team have been, and taking into account that they're one of only 3 teams to win a race this season, their shock is understandable. Taking to Instagram on Wednesday, Horner wrote it was with a heavy heart he had to say goodbye, adding it had been a privilege to lead this epic team. It's been an honor to be part of this incredible era of motorsport. I leave with immense pride in what we've achieved, and also with what's in the pipeline for 2026, he added. Reigning world champion Max Verstappen thanked Horner on social media, saying, "From my first win to 4 world championships, we've shared incredible successes, winning memorable races and breaking countless records," Verstappen said. With Horner gone, Red Bull have to now look to the future. But before I talk about that, if you're enjoying the video and want to catch more news and analysis from this F1 season, then make sure to give the video a like and subscribe to F1 Reverse. Thanks a lot. So the shock departure of Christian Horner as Red Bull Racing CEO and Formula 1 team principal has been accompanied by the exit of 2 other senior figures. Group Chief Marketing and Commercial Officer Oliver Hughes and Group Director of Communications Paul Smith have also been relieved of their duties. Both were promoted from within by Horner in recent years, moving their jobs to the Red Bull factory. The removing of 2 senior figures who had been put at the top of their respective groups by Horner suggests Red Bull's parent company in Austria wants to unpick the way Horner centralized operations at Milton Keynes and install its own leadership in those respective departments. Since Mateschitz passed away, the Austrian-based board has wanted to take more control of the team, while Horner wanted to consolidate the power at his base in Milton Keynes. This move clearly reflects that desire. To go with this power grab by the board, there will be a new team principal. Red Bull confirmed Laurent Mekies will replace Horner as Chief Executive Officer and team principal, stepping up from the junior squad Racing Bulls, where Alan Permain will now take charge. The board must believe that with a new team principal of their own choosing, they'll have greater influence over the decisions made by the team. Horner was, for the most part, outside of their control, but Mekies will not enjoy the same freedom. Earlier in the video, I compared Horner's achievements to those of Ferrari during the same period, and here another parallel between the teams can be drawn. Ferrari are an outfit with a team principal who just runs the day-to-day, and they also have their board of directors who are very involved in the team. 2 seasons after Horner joined Red Bull, Michael Schumacher left Ferrari, and the team that was built around him started to move away. During the period, Jean Todt was left to run the team as he saw fit, and it was a period of great success for the Scuderia. But since his exit, the board has become over-involved and performance has declined significantly. With the changes happening to Red Bull at the moment, it wouldn't be a surprise to see the team go a similar way to how Ferrari have over the past 20 years. If it does, it'll be a shame to see the decline of what has been an incredible addition to the F1 grid over the past 20 years. What do you think of Horner's sacking? Is the future of Red Bull as bleak as it looks? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and until next time, drive safe and bye for now.